Magic.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Mad Magic. Happy New Year. Tidings from Planet Fitness, who thanks you for already wasting your $10 a month over your broken resolutions. Stalin, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I was a little disappointed, though, because I tried to tap Jeffrey Epstein's island for 1 blue mana.
His list was released. There was not a J Thalid on it, but there was a T Jalad. 1 to buy, 1 to sell into the new year. And talk about RAVNICA Remastered. There's some wild things going on with it. Not overly optimistic, unfortunately. But first, we do have a couple of cards to buy and sell. And then I'm even going to have a small report on Thalid's previous offers to buy and sell, some of which are in fact panning out. I am mono. That is Thalid over there. So what is our 1 to do? 1 to buy. Give me 1 to buy. What can I still actually buy and try to earn some money, Thalid?
Well, the list feels like it's getting smaller and smaller week to week. But we're sticking with the reserve list once again for this one. We're going to go with Null Chamber. Null Chamber is a rare printed in Mirage. It's 3 colorless and a white for an enchantment. You and target opponent each name any card except a basic land, and these cards cannot be played.
So, can I name somebody else's commander?
Yeah, and that's exactly why I'm bringing up this card. You and target opponent each name any card that can't be played. Now, what's really cool about this card is that you can utilize this as a very cool political tool in Commander. I can make deals with people. Maybe I'll target your commander, and if I don't, you do this for me. Or maybe if I do target your commander, or we target, well, I could make a deal with another player to target a certain commander as long as they target another commander. So it's a really unique card. I think that it's something that hasn't really been exploited as much because usually you think of Null Chamber as being more utilized in a format where 4 copies of a card could be used. But I think in Commander, it could be something that could be fun. And if you look at the price of the card's all-time high versus where it has fallen, I don't think you can go wrong.
Sure.
Worst case scenario, you buy a play set, you're throwing away $4 or $5.
I had it up there a second ago, so its all-time high was only maybe $7-8, and then now it's back down. You can probably find them on eBay for just a couple of bucks. Reserve list card, Mirage, very old. Why not?
I just bought a playset the other day for it. I think my average cost basis was 85 cents for 4 copies near mint. Go to Scryfall and look up cards that are non-reserve list that are the most expensive cards. Those cards are the cards that you should probably be ditching. So cards that have 1 printing that are the most expensive, that are non-reserve list, you should probably ditch them. In those cases, usually the value of the card is predicated mostly on the rarity and scarcity rather than demand. And this week I chose Norwood Priestess. And if you could rock out with what the Norwood
There she is. 1/1, 4 mana. You might put a green creature into your hand onto the battlefield. Do it before attackers are cleared. So basically, it's a sorcery. And she's an expensive card still, not legendary. Although if you're playing it with Commander, you only get 1 anyway. So you think you should sell this card? Why?
Sell the shit out of it. It's going to be reprinted. Who knows when? It's not even a matter of if, it's when. Anyone who was unfortunate enough to spend $80, this guy, on a personal tutor or something like that, knows that they could get screwed over at any given time. Personal tutor, everyone knows it was reprinted. I believe Dominaria United, it drove the price down to literally next to nothing, and it's basically a sorcery version of Mystical Tutor. So it's just a matter of, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And this card's going to tank when it's reprinted.
Yeah, something else here I'm looking at too. Let's go run over to Card Kingdom for the Priestess. So they only have one available, and it's in excellent condition. They want $72 for it. So if we go to their sell list, right? So let me make this a little bit bigger. So they're offering $56 cash or $72.80 credit. Now, of course, that's near mint, right? So I saw on MTG stocks, it was about $90, $95, as they're saying is the going rate. This, of course, is to get rid of it really quick and easy. But I notice, you know, in terms of MTG stocks, Card Kingdom sometimes has to be the leader on this stuff, right? Because they're setting prices on things, a lot of the large card buying websites. And so it's already coming down here. They even with the 30% bump, 72.80.
They are the market makers. As far as like buy lists, they are the market makers. They are not the market takers.
Right.
And what you do when I love the point that you brought up. The credit was $72 and some change, and you can purchase the card for that price. So there right now, you have essentially zero opportunity cost. If you buy the card, you can sell the card for or exchange it for the equivalent amount of credit, which is a good thing. However, I do believe the card is going to be reprinted soon, and it's going to collapse down to probably about the $5 to $10 range when that happens.
Now, do we know of anything yet where they have announced that they're reprinting it? Have you heard anything from the Rumorville?
I have not, but like I said, it's going to happen. Just from history, we just know that anything that they're 100% monitoring the secondary market. If you have a $90 card or an $80 card that's on the reserve list that hasn't been printed again, coming soon to a booster pack near you.
Okay, so speaking of other booster packs coming near you, we've had this Ravnica remastered shit that's been coming out, and I don't know how many of you were surprised, but not any surprise to Thalid. It's going over like a fart in church, just like you thought. So explain to me, give me the setup. Tell everybody exactly what's been going on with Ravnica Remastered.
There's a lot of problems with Ravnica Remastered, and I wouldn't touch it with your 10-foot pole. And I've seen it. It's a 10-foot pole, or at least my mom told me. But in any event, there was a pre-Amazon dump. There was a dump on Amazon of the product before the release date of the product for less than the distribution cost of the product. And let that sink in. So like, yeah, how much of it must they be sitting on as a company? How much Ravnica Remastered is Hasbro sitting on for them to decide to dump it on Amazon for less than distribution costs? I mean, talk about killing your brand. I mean, that's disgusting. And if you take a look on and you can look on TCG Player and you can see like any past sales on booster boxes.
Let's do that right now. So we've got TCG Player showing about $1,585 for a case, right? So that's how many are in a case? 6? Yeah, 6.
In a case. So that's on that. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to our view more data, right?
Don't forget as well that pre-sale prices are usually like the highest prices until the product starts to get demand from lack of supply years down the road.
But let's dissect this for a second, right? So they're just showing up from this is all through Christmas now. I think that's notable, right? So we basically got Black Friday through January 11th, right? So the end of November through January 11th, I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 cases sold on TCG Player. And you can buy them anywhere. You can be anywhere in the whole world.
That's
And you can buy them on TCG Player. And they've done 11, billions of people, 11. And now, as I look closer, between December 27th and January 10th, 1 case sold. 2 weeks.
You can go back even further than that. If you go back to November 27th to December 16th, no boxes sold. Of course, that's the pre-sale period. And then you go from December 16th to December 27th, no boxes sold. And then December 27th to January 10th, as you were mentioning, no boxes sold. And currently the price is sitting for a case for $15.97. The statistics speak for themselves. I think this is like fallen empires all over again.
We can couch some of this, like to kind of keep it like at 100, as the saying goes. Sure, not every case is sold on TCG Player. A lot of local game stores, buy direct, buy from other places. There could be more sales. But I mean, this is sort of a good source to see to trend things out. Certainly, if local game stores or the community were hot to trot on a set or a release of whatever, we would be seeing it lighting up on TCG Player as well. So yes, I understand that you could buy it in lots of other places, but this is the trend. It would be really weird if it was going like hotcakes everywhere else, but on TCG Player, it was crickets. Like, that's not really a thing either.
Yeah, TCG Player is the standard. Like, whatever is taking place on TCG Player is basically you can draw like any conclusion you want to and use deductive reasoning based on the sales on that website for any other website that exists.
And like, what's even in this set? What is it that people even want to get out of here? Right? Like, what are, I'm sure, there's going to be stuff.
Shocker. It's a shocker.
So, right, on one of our previous shows, which all of you know because we look at our YouTube statistics and you're watching every single second of our videos. However, Thala did on a 1 to sell back in a way up. I don't mean like 2 weeks ago. I mean probably over 2 months ago. You said 1 to sell all your Shocklands. And you know what? I did. And now that I believed you, I sold all my Shocklands. And now they're being reprinted here in RAVNICA Remastered. You've heard some statistics, though, on how many Shocklands are showing up. What are you hearing about how they're being, what's the rarity?
Well, if you're cracking collector boosters, keep in mind a collector booster box has 12 packs. We're getting about 9 to 10 Shocklands per box. And let that sink in. Per box. There's only 10 Shocklands that exist.
So it's almost like one in every pack.
So you can open up a collector booster box and potentially get every fucking Shockland that exists.
Yeah, it unfortunately, and that's one of the things I'm noticing, and it plays out like a slow motion train crash, right? And so that's why people that don't want to believe that there's long-term damage going on, they point to the fact of, look how amazing Lord of the Rings sold. Like, the point to the areas that they look at what's good. But what I point to also is look at sports cards, look at comic books, and look at the trends that happen. Beanie Babies, pick whatever, right? Indeed. And look at how the distributor or the IP holder of whatever the widget is, the steps that they take when their stuff gets hot and collectible are following the same sort of process, which is make it seem more and more collectible and more collectible. And something you said, Thala, so I'm not going to give you a pop quiz here, but you always said as soon as the boxes start saying collectible on them, That's how you know it's not collectible anymore.
Yeah, that's yeah. It's as soon as the box says collector box, it's the antithesis of collector box.
Right. All right. Any final comments?
No, I just wanted to bring one thing I did want to bring up is that we're getting close to our massive fan base of 100 subscribers. So we're going to be doing a card giveaway, and all you have to do to be eligible for the giveaway is be subscribed to our channel and make a comment.
I'm subscribed. I've made comments, so I'm in the running for my own cards.
You can't. You can win your own shit.
No, I can't.
Awesome.
I cannot win my own shit. Do you want to give any spoilers of what cards that we're giving away?
Yeah, there's an alpha Merfolk of the Pearl Trident, near mint condition. There's a fetch land. We both know they'll never reprint those again. There's and the rest of the cards are reserve list cards like the Exorcist. We've got a couple of bonus cards that were printed with the cards that you remember the books back in the 90s. You sent in the coupon, they sent you a card back. We had a couple of those that we threw in there. And there is Debt of Loyalty and the first foil snow-covered lands ever printed, a foil snow-covered island from Cold Snap. So if you add up the value of the cards, it's pretty close to $100. Doesn't cost you anything. All you have to do is click the subscribe button and tell us how much we fucking suck in the comment section.
But wait, there's more. If you'd like, we will also pick the basic land of your choice. We get to pick the set, but basic land of your choice. Thallid will lick and tongue kiss that basic land, stick it in an envelope, and mail it to anybody you tell us to.
You didn't run that by me. My DNA is on file, and I'm a little weary about that. So we're gonna have to talk about that off camera.
You know what we'll do is we'll put some white powder in the envelope to mess with the DNA. Okay, and then we'll put like a skull and crossbones on the back of the envelope and then mail it to somebody, you know, like a politician.
Yeah,
like that.
Like the president or something.
It's just a joke. We're just joking around.
Magic.